Minasan, konnichiwa. My name is Jozelle Ann Villareal. I am a recent graduate of Kyoto Minsai Japanese Language School. I just graduated last March, and currently I'm working as a front desk associate at Wayfarer Hotels here in Kyoto. I chose to study Nihongo in Japan because primarily I love this country. I have been here 4 times before going for my studies, and I fell in love with the Japanese culture, the hospitality I have received, as well as the cleanliness and the beautiful sceneries that they have here. Also, I think learning a language is more efficient if you're immersed in the actual place that specific language is being used. One other thing is that I love anime, so it has been one of my life goals to be able to watch anime without any English subtitle. But たまに日本語がわからないとき、英語のサブタイトルを使っています。One of the biggest concern I had was, of course, the language barrier. Before coming to Japan, I had the most basic knowledge of Nihongo, and it was only the Nihongo that I've learned from the online Jellyfish Nihongo class. So I was a bit worried because I don't want to have any misunderstandings with the Japanese people that I will interact with upon arriving here in Japan. And another concern I had was, what if I got sick? How do I relay properly what I'm feeling to the doctor if I don't know the terms for that? And like, how will I understand the doctor's diagnosis or what I should do to become well again? So basically, those are the things that I was worrying about before coming here. Of course, number 1 is to acquire a Japanese language certificate. So the recent JNAT last April, I was able to pass the 2Q level. I'm really proud of that because I really worked hard to be able to pass that exam. Another, of course, ultimate goal I had going here was to land a job and be able to live here for just a couple of years. And I was able to achieve that thanks to Jellyfish's Study in Japan program. If it were not for their assistance, the process of going here would have been very tedious and difficult for me. So I am really thankful for their assistance and service, of course. Since I've been living in the metro my whole life, I wanted a change of pace and environment, so I chose Kyoto. Kyoto Minsai Japanese Language School was a recommendation from Jellyfish, and I am again very thankful for that great recommendation they had for me, because Kyoto Minsai Japanese Language School is an excellent Nihongo school. It was really amazing. The experience I had, I will never forget ever. From the Jimusho staff up to the senseis, you can really feel the warmth and care they have for us, the students. Also, one particular thing about the school, they have a lot of staff that speaks good English. I was surprised as well. So like one time I got sick, one of the Jimusho sensei came with me to the clinic and assisted me all the way up until I got my medicine and stuff like that, and explained everything to me properly. So I think that one was a real personal touch of how genuine they are in taking good care of their students. Alright, I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything here. Initially, it was very difficult for me because number 1, I lived alone and I had to deal with the loneliness. So fortunately for me, I was able to make a lot of friends in Kyoto Minsai. So I've gained a lot of friends, both Filipinos and other nationalities. I was able to go through all that loneliness. Because of them, I'm very thankful for that. Also, another difficulty I had was, of course, going grocery or buying the stuff I need, because first and foremost, I don't know the place. Second is the language barrier again. I only understood 10% of what the Japanese staffs were telling me. I'm just saying hi all the time. So I can see the weird out reactions they had when my answer was not related to their questions. So definitely, probably some of you will also experience that. But it's part of adjusting. I think that's normal, and I learned from it. It was a learning experience. All of that hardship will eventually turn out to be very beneficial to you, I believe, because it's very beneficial for me. It's a big thanks to Kyoto Minsai as well for, the lessons they teach. It's very useful for like everyday living here in Japan. So I was able to adjust in around 3 months, and now I am having a blast like living here. Still, of course, practicing Nihongo in a way that I can for my everyday life here. But yes, it will take time. It will be difficult at first, but for me, it is all worth it. I do love living in Japan. Currently, it has been a surreal experience for me to be here, living and working here. My company is great. The people I work with are amazing. Also, there are still a lot of places that I have not visited here in Japan, like the less touristy places that I still want to go to. Indeed, most Japanese people are polite. They do keep to themselves and they're very reserved in a way, comparing to Filipinos. But, I believe in every country there are bad apples, so yes, there will be some here, like very rude people who will really show their frustration that they do not understand your Nihongo. But those experiences, I used it as a motivation to like better myself in terms of relaying what I want to say, in terms of communicating, and motivated me to practice more. And yep, for those kind of people, you just have to ignore them. Also, I have much more good encounters with Japanese people as compared to the bad encounters. So in terms of that, I think there are more kind Japanese people as compared to the rude ones. So yes, I am having fun right now living here, and I look forward to the coming years that I will still be here in Japan. I really had no initial plan to like pursue my study here, but back then I did. I do love animes even before that time, so I think it was really fate that brought me to Jellyfish's page. I was simply looking at my FB reels, and then I encountered like Jellyfish's studying program advertisement. So I messaged or sent an inquiry, and immediately my staff requested if they could talk to me over the phone, and of course I got interested at that time, and the staff I talked with was very, very good in explaining things to me. Very nice. So they explained clearly what the Japanese program, study in Japan program they have. So yes, I have no regrets choosing Jellyfish because from the inquiry process up until the very end that I am here, they've been very caring, and the assistance that I received from them was spectacular in terms of like other services I have experienced so far. They were very patient in answering my queries. I had a lot. Miss Alpha and the other staff of Jellyfish, they were very nice to me. They explained everything clearly. I had no doubts actually, because they all had the paperwork there. They all had the documents and stuff like that. So not once did I ever feel that the staff from Jellyfish are just doing their job. Everything was like a personal care, like catered to my needs so that I will be able to get the student visa. One concern I had at that time of the application was my age. I was 36 years old at that time, and I have read online that sometimes it will be difficult for a certain age like to go to Japan, but they were very calm and they gave me encouragement that I will be able to get a student visa regardless of my age. So true enough, I am living here in Japan, I am working, and up until now, even if I'm not a student anymore, Jellyfish still makes or asks for follow-up or updates from us. They still ask us how we are we good, are we happy here. I've never met an agency that has care beyond that level, like usually after they dispatch you, everything's okay, but for Jellyfish, they always ask for regular updates for their clients. To aspiring students, I advise you to take a leap of faith and apply to Jellyfish's Study in Japan program. This agency is not just any other agency. They do care for their students, and even after you graduate or you're already here, they will regularly check up on you. That's something I personally like with their service. Also, I know it will be very daunting and scary at first, but I think the excitement and the fulfillment that you will feel once you're here will overcome those scary feelings that you will have. Also, learning Nihongo is very fun. It's totemo omoshiroi. And Japan is really a remarkable country. I don't think I need to say more. I'm sure you guys know how fantastic Japan is. I believe that studying here and living here is an experience that you will never forget, because I'm sure I will never forget my experience here once I go back to the Philippines. And also, I invite you to come here and experience living and studying in Japan yourself. I'm sure you'll be able to understand what I am telling you now once you're experiencing it yourself here. So yes, I hope to see you here in Japan. I wish you good luck, and of course, have fun. That's it. It's nice to talk to you guys. It's not sayonara, but mata ne.